This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
The Morning Drive, it is a basketball, baseball, and I probably should say track and field Friday. Presented by Abundance Energy, because the Big 12 indoor track and field meet is this weekend over at the Sports Performance Center. This is the second year in a row for Texas Tech to host this thing. It's a massive opportunity for the Red Raiders to go back-to-back on the men's side in the Big 12, and then for the women to win one. And then
I'm not going to lie. If I could only pick two wins this weekend, it'd be the men and women winning the Big 12 track and field championship this weekend.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, and the economic impact of all these teams, the other 13 coming in, hotels and restaurants and team meals, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Matters to me less than the Big 12 championships. Like holding up the trophy.
I do understand that. I do understand that.
I know the hotels are very happy, and that the restaurants are very happy, and the parking lot attendants are very happy. All of that matters to me less than holding up the trophy.
I was just going to comment on if you've seen a lot of these team buses in town. That's why they're here in town, because the masses of our audience may not realize of what is going to be transpiring. So if they see a lot of thin clads out there, people running in jogging suits, kind of getting warmed up for, their various sprints. I mean, as good as the weather's going to be this weekend, they could have this thing outdoor over at the, the track complex.
Bit of a faux pas to have the indoor championship held out.
I know, but it's going to be
weird.
It's just so nice, though. It's so nice that they could go ahead and, send the...
I mean, they've done all this work setting up this nice facility, getting it ready to go, and getting all the extra seats in so everybody has a place to sit down, and now you want to change the venue.
Now, I was just offering a suggestion. Just said you could, but they're not going to. They'll have 11 events today, 6 field events, including the pentathlon. Tomorrow, 6 field events, along with the heptathlon, along with 20 running events. Tech will not have a multi-compete. I don't know what that means. Anyway, the bottom line is the Tech men come in as the defending champion. Both of the Texas Tech teams are ranked as the top Big 12 teams coming in. The men are the number 2 team in the country. Fell out of the top spot for the first time this year on Monday, in Monday's Week 5 rankings. The women are at number 5. Some individuals have a chance to repeat as Big 12 champions. Caleb Dean in the 60-meter hurdles. That's got to be something to watch. Terrence Jones in the 60 meters. I mean, that takes like 5 seconds. Maybe not even that. Maybe a little under 5. And then Ann Susanna Foster-Cata in the triple jump. Last year, Texas Tech had 7 individual champions. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Big opportunity for Coach Kitley and his track and field team, and for people to go out and watch it. I mean, it's
really cool to watch in person.
Yeah.
These athletes are really impressive.
Mm-hmm. And just big time competition for everybody. So things get underway at 10:00 this morning, and then tomorrow morning, and then they'll conclude. So good luck to the Harriers. Did you know that that's one of the kind of the track kind of names that you can give to the whole on the running side, the Harriers or the thin clads?
Harriers.
Yeah.
Never heard that.
Never heard that one. Okay.
I totally believe you, but I have never heard it. Thin clads.
Thin clads, yeah. Thin clads.
They're not including the throwers in that mix, because those folks aren't thin clads.
No. Those aren't thin clads. No. Those are not.
Some muscle right there.
Absolutely. I don't suppose you saw this. I'd be curious to see what Coach Kitley had to think about this. But apparently, there's a controversial thing being floated within the track community that on the long jumps, they would eliminate foul jumps, and by replacing the traditional takeoff board with a takeoff zone. Athletes are currently measured from the board to where they land in the pit. If they pass the board, it's considered a fault and the jump isn't counted. It's crazy. To me, it's a crazy thought. This will not take place at the Paris Olympics. But basically what they're saying, athletes stepping over the front of the takeoff board would be, Carl Lewis said it's laughable. He goes, you're supposed to wait until April 1st for April Fool's jokes. But basically it would be a takeoff zone because of where you would take off as opposed to where you would land. Doesn't that seem weird?
So they would start measuring from where you took off, no matter where you took off?
Yeah. I guess so. He said.
And so there wouldn't be like a fear of someone going over the line.
Over the line, right.
What? I don't understand.
Well, Carl Lewis didn't either.
Yeah, people who are smarter than me and know track more than me are.
Yeah. He said.
That has to be part of it, right?
Yeah.
Timing your steps correctly. And all of that and hitting your spot as close to the line as possible without going over the line, whatever, has to all be a part of it.
Right.
That seems silly.
Silly and stupid. Carl Lewis said...
Were we fearful of litigation? And that's why we changed it?
No, I don't know if we were fearful of litigation. He said athletes stepping over the front of the takeoff board, that doesn't work. It's a waste of time. That means every single jump counts. He also said this, I guess it supports what I've been saying, that the long jump is the most difficult event in track and field. That would just eliminate the most difficult skill from the event. Just make the basket larger for free throws because so many people miss them.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
He said the new idea will not work and will not improve distances. He said every person who has ever jumped over 29 feet is still alive. Maybe you should start asking them how they did it and stop trying to do everything else. Yeah. Somebody says this.
He makes comments about track way better than he sings the national anthem.
No. I said, it's funny because I saw Carl Lewis commenting on it and immediately thought about his national anthem performance. Mm-hmm. Have you ever thought about singing the national anthem in front of the baseball team? No?
No, just the basketball team.
Okay. Just the basketball team.
Yeah, I thought they would enjoy it more.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Anyway, it seems stupid. One of the British long jumpers, Jasmine Sawyer, says part of the skill is that you have to hit the board. If you remove that, it changes the event completely.
Yeah, I agree with her.
I don't think you'd be able to compare the old records to the new records. Yeah, this will get kiboshed.
The Morning Drive podcast from Double T 97.3 is presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
Gonna start in 1958. Five-time F1 World Drivers Champion Juan Manuel Fangio, is kidnapped by Cuban rebels from Fidel Castro's 26th of July movement. He would be released soon after the Cuban Grand Prix. So the question has to be asked: how far would you go to make sure that somebody didn't win a championship on your turf?
Well, we know how far they would go.
Yes, we do.
I thought you were going to tell him they cut off an ear, too.
Nope.
Nope.
Released unharmed after the race.
Okay.
1968, Wilt Chamberlain becomes the first NBAer to score 25,000 points. That would be in a career. If he did that in the game, that would be amazing.
Be a record.
1985, goaltender Patrick Waugh, spelled Roy, but it's said Waugh, makes his NHL debut for the Montreal Canadiens. It is. It's
I know. We
spelled Roy.
It's well documented.
It's history. Of course, it's well documented.
You're especially surly this morning.
Well, I was able to pick my shirt out this morning. So, 1988, Chicago Cubs. Chicago gives the Cubs the right to install lights and play up to 18 night games. Gee, shucky darn, isn't that awesome, folks? 18 night games.
And the first one was rained out, right, Chuck?
Yes, the first one was rained out. Mm-hmm.
1995.
See, I listen.
1995, Jason Sasser scores 32 points, and Lance Hughes adds 21 as the Texas Tech Red Raiders beat Texas 96-87 en route to a 5th Southwest Conference title.
Nice.
And in 2019, I've got a double because the Texas Tech men's team wins their second Big 12 indoor track and field championship. High Point winner Divine Oduduru shares the honors of the men's side with 20 points. And also in 2019, same day, Jarrett Culver went for 26 points. Noren Sodiase had 13 points, and the number 14 Red Raiders matched a program record by hitting 16 three-pointers in a 91-62 drumming of number 12, Kansas.
That was a good day. Big 12 championship, and you beat Kansas in basketball.
By almost 30.
Seems to be a thing. It's been tough for them to come down here and play.
It is National Banana Bread Day.
Oh, man, I'm a big fan of that.
I am too, but I've never made it. It's not hard.
It gets threatened to be made at my house.
No, it's definitely, if it's hard, it's bad. It's soft.
No, no, but making it isn't hard. It's getting the 5 or 6 day old bananas is the hardest part. You can just buy bananas and sit on them for a few days.
No, the
How
hardest.
was that a hard part?
The hardest part.
Not eating them beforehand.
The hardest part is actually making it after you've declared, hey, the bananas are really good for banana bread. Okay. And then 3 days later, you're looking at those same bananas, and they're like,
They're no longer good for banana bread.
It looks like good for the trash.
That sounded like a shot at the quote-unquote lucky lady.
It wasn't a shot. It's just fact.
Hang on. Haven't hit this in a while.
Oh, Laura.
Airing of dirty laundry. Today is a day of Festivus.
Happy birthday to Dakota Fanning, who's 30. Emily Blunt, 41. Andrew Wiggins, 29. Ed Too Tall Jones, 73. I had just Ed Jones written down here. Couldn't do it.
Couldn't do it, right.
Didn't work. It had to be Ed Too Tall. Frank Blitnikoff is 81. Tom Osborne, Chuck's favorite, is 87.
Yeah.
And it's not his day, but it's his birthday. Bobby Bonilla is 61.
Were you just trying to irritate Jamie, too, today? Because you know he hates the Bobby Bonilla Day.
Well, it's his birthday.
I don't hate it.
He hates the celebration of it.
No, it like everybody wants to talk about it on that day. I mean, it's okay. It happened.
It happened. It's over. It's moved on, right?
I don't know. I'm not as entertained by most about that. I mean, it's another dumb thing the Mets did. No, put another check off on that.
Mm-hmm.
Shocker.
And on this day in history, we have talked about wars. We have talked about death and destruction and murders and crimes and you name it.
Do we have something positive today?
Very seldom do we have something this positive across the entire world. 1954, a group of children from Arsenal Elementary School in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, received the very first injections of the new polio vaccine developed by Dr. Jones Salk. Thanks to this vaccine, by the 21st century, polio cases were reduced by 99% worldwide.
Wow, that's crazy. That's awesome.
That is this day in sports history.
Yeah. I'm sure you guys are old enough to have gotten a polio shot, right, or no?
I don't think.
Do you have a little dent on your shoulder?
I have no idea.
Okay.
It was part of that vaccine package we had to have going into elementary school, if I remember correctly.
Okay, maybe so. I
don't know that they do that anymore. I don't know that the polio shot even has to be given anymore.
Oh, okay.
Because it's been all but eradicated.
Yeah, it's I don't.
99% worldwide, not U.S.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Not what's the word I'm looking? The high economic level countries.
Mm-hmm. Even the low economic.
Not first world, worldwide.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We get this from a tip here from the Yates Flooring Center chat line off the Double T 97.3 mobile app presented by Happy State Bank. Once the bananas start getting soft, peel them and put them in a freezer Ziploc bag and put them in the freezer. I make banana nut muffins pretty frequently, especially when I'm going to see our grandkids. Apparently I'm wrong. They still give polio vaccine in the United States, and somebody else said I got the polio vaccine as well. Okay, well, good. I mean, no reason for it to come back. I mean, it's just a simple shot. Boom, right?
Mm-hmm. But there is plenty of reason for the banana bread to come back. So put it in the freezer with bad bananas.
Right. Turns
into banana bread. Yeah. And I think it's way better with some.
Oh, dent in the shoulder is smallpox. Okay. Don't let the facts get in the rock. It was way of a good story.
I mean, I'm so buff, though. They tried. I dented the needle instead.
You dented the needle?
Yeah.
Okay. 6:54 this morning on the Morning Drive. Good morning.
This is the Morning Drive podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
Good morning with Jamie Lent and Jeff McGuire. I'm Chuck Heinz. It is a Basketball Baseball Friday presented by Abundance Energy. We're talking sports with you this morning. Shocker, right?
The shocker is that we've actually been talking sports today as opposed to, polio vaccines.
Right. Well,
we got into that too, and that was actually pretty interesting stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
it's kind of uplifting.
Somebody said this. My dad talks about the polio vaccine being a big deal back in the day when he was a kid. They were all scared of getting polio. Yeah. Lucky Lady chimed in. She said, when we were in school, polio vaccine was given via sugar cube. I think that was the case for me as well.
Really? So you didn't have to get a shot?
I think so.
No dents in the shoulder.
That's the smallpox thing. Again, facts, story.
So she heard that, us talking about polio.
Well, you don't have to go.
I'm just asking the question. She heard us talking about polio.
Yes. You don't have to dig any further back, okay?
Did I say anything else?
No. You just have a smirk on your mouth, my face.
Can anybody other than you two see me?
We can hear the smirk, Jeff.
We can hear
Everybody out there can hear your smirk.
Yeah. Somebody offered up a banana bread recipe on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. Okay.
That's nice of them.
And then offered up, a little note in there that you can fill the muffin cups 2/3 full, and it makes 16 to 18 muffins. It's just a little handwritten note from somebody.
If we had a competition and we took that recipe and went to the house, the three of us, without the help of our significant others, who do you think would come back? The three of us, who do you think would come back with the best banana muffins?
I think.
We're all using the same recipe. They should all come back the same.
I know, but there's patience involved. There's measuring involved.
I think Jeff would blow us out.
I do too. That was going to be my pick. Would have been Jeff. Red Raider 2 Guns says, "What's Chuck's batting average today?" Then an LOL. It's like last night. We were watching the Phenoms last night, and so I was picking up dinner, and I was at this place to pick up some burgers, and this woman came by to me, and she looked at me and she goes, "Are you going to yell at the officials here?" I'm like, "No."
Bill, it's 5. Bill, come on, Bill, that's 5.
Did you guys almost swerve off the road?
No.
But you thought it was funny. You were entertained. Were you entertained?
We were entertained.
Okay, that's part of our job. I agree with Jamie. Banana bread is way better with nuts.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, just like this show. Way better with nuts.
Way better with nuts. God knows we got that. All right. Texas Tech basketball.
Bananas, crackers, and nuts even.
There's what?
Bananas, crackers, and nuts even. The show.
Yeah.
Bananas, crackers, and nuts.
This from the Lucky Lady. I'm selective on what I comment on. Sometimes I just shake my head. Yeah. Okay, we'll leave that alone too. All right. Texas Tech basketball tomorrow. Red Raiders take on UCF. You just played them 2 weeks ago.
And it was a dogfight.
It was a dogfight. 66-59. Tech outscored them in the first half 31-25, in the second half 34-25. They had 3 in double figures. Darius Johnson, Jalen Sellers, he's a really good player for him, can hit the 3. He was 4 of 6. And then C.J. Walker, he had 13. The Red Raiders...
You think he's J.J.'s brother?
No.
That would be dynamite if he was.
Wow. The Red Raiders had 4 in double figures. Darian Williams led the way. He had 13. Kerwin Walton had a good day from beyond the arc. He was 4 of 5. That's where his 12 points came from, obviously. Joe Toussaint was perfect from the free throw line, struggled shooting, 2 of 10, had 11. And Warren Washington had a double-double, 10 points and 11 rebounds. And that is the question of the day, is what is his status? I do not know.
Yeah, you remember they were playing without their starting big in that game, and they had some other guys in the interior really step up and play well. For them, it just felt like every answer you had, they just kept coming right back. And
physical.
Yeah, made it a really good game. So you would assume that they're at full strength now, and you don't know what you are.
Right.
That's obviously Warren Washington's a key guy on this Red Raider team, but you found a way to get it done on Tuesday without him. But although I don't think UCF is as good as TCU, it's a road game. We all know how difficult those are in this conference. So I think that's, Warren Washington's health is question number 1. And I think question number 2 is, can you get Pop Isaac shooting well again? The numbers of late just haven't been very good for Pop. He's kind of in a slump, and you need him to find his way out of that slump, whether it's just because he's struggling and, kind of losing confidence in his shot, or if he's banged up, or if he's still not feeling well. I don't know. But to win road games in this conference, you got to be... Man, especially if you're playing without Warren Washington, you got to be able to knock down shots.
Yeah, he was 2 of 13 2 weeks ago, 1 of 5 beyond the arc. Did hit his 2 free throws. The other night his passing was really, really good. He made a couple of big plays down the stretch. But in this game last time, you out rebounded them. Tech did 44-37, but they had one more point. Second chance than Tech did, 15-14, and then points in the paint. They had 2 more than the Red Raiders, 30-28. And again, as you pointed out, they're playing without their big man. So, that could be a factor. Points off turnovers was a non-factor. Tech turned it over 10 times. They had 8. They turned it over 8 times, and Texas Tech had 7. So that, it's funny because that has been such a big component on the women's side. Even the good teams, when they're playing the good teams, points off turnovers seems to be a big number. Points off turnovers on the men's side, at least for Tech, in terms of what you've given up, obviously because you haven't turned the ball over very much, but it doesn't seem to be as prevalent in the men's game. That's just my 30,000-foot view of it without diving into specific numbers.
Okay.
That's just what it seems. It's just what it seems to me. So I don't know if they're taking care of the ball better, or if it's just not as, if you're scoring faster on the men's side than the women's side. I don't know. It just that's what just again, that just kind of strikes me as a stat that I haven't seen as big a deal on the men's side this year as it has been on the women's side. The lady, the Tech women did a better job taking care of the ball against Texas the other night than they have in the previous 5 games they lost on this losing skid. They'll play Cincinnati tomorrow.
That has a lot to do with the fact that they don't really play a true point guard.
Could be, and it could be, you're not playing with your full lineup, so to speak. And maybe you've been trying to do a little bit too much, or you've been pressured, or
but if you were looking at this season compared to other seasons, the Lady Raiders wouldn't you say they had more trouble without turnovers than in years past?
Yeah, absolutely, right? and unforced too. That's
and you don't play a true point guard. Ashley Chevalier plays sparingly.
Yeah, right. And Maupin has the ball in her hands for the most part. Yeah.
And she's a natural shooting guard.
Yeah, right. No question. And the challenge has been, like you said, turnovers, and really even more so, unforced turnovers where you just throw the ball the wrong way, or the player cuts the wrong way, or trying to do too much of trying to cut something in the middle that's not there. Ladies will play Cincinnati tomorrow. We'll have it for you at 1:30, 2 o'clock tip on 107.7 Yes FM. Jamie's question of the day is next.
Your daily dose of sports and fun. This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction. Time now for Jamie's question of the day on Lubbock Sports Station, Double T 97.3.
Make sure you say home opening day.
Yes, I'm sorry.
They have a 3-2 record.
Yeah, no.
They played 5 games.
Home opener.
Opener. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to kind of spin off a conversation we were just having about a few different things. So this is a fun little 3-parter.
Oh, man. That means we really got to listen to make sure we get all the questions.
So take football, men's basketball, and baseball. Okay, you get to pick.
Mm-hmm.
You can go, so for basketball and baseball, you're picking what you would want for this year's team. For football, you're looking ahead to next year. Okay, you get to pick a dominant position for each of those teams. I want a running quarterback for the Tech football team. Whatever.
Okay.
I want a kicker who can kick it 80 yards. Okay. Whatever. All 3. I want a point guard for our basketball team.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. Okay. Pick what you would want. A dominant player at their position for all 3 teams. And again, you're looking at the 2 teams right now in baseball and basketball. They're in season, and then you're looking ahead towards football.
Okay. Man, I want somebody on your men's basketball team to get hot from a 3-point shooting and just shooting standpoint. I want somebody to get hot, where they're going to be 40% shooter.
You want a Davide Moretti?
Yeah, I want Pop Isaac to become Davide Moretti. Yeah, there you go. From a baseball standpoint, you know what? I want somebody to come in and shut them down, get you off the field and into the dugout and on the bus. So give me a dominant closer that could come in with 2 out in the 8th, 1 out in the 8th, get you 2 outs there, get you 3 outs in the 9th. Okay? Shut the door. It's 3-2. We're going to the 8th. Might see dink, see if so-and-so can get an out. Maybe, the lefty-lefty matchup. And then we're going to the beast. We're going to the pin. Okay? Okay?
The beast.
The beast. And then for football, I'd like specifically a healthy Baron Morton for 13 games.
Okay. That was a different answer than I expected. That's a good one. That's good.
We'll start with the basketball.
Mm-hmm.
I want a Tariq Owens. I want a big man down low that if you want to get to the hoop, you've got to go through him. And going through him is not an easy thing to do. Even if you try to go over him, he's going to jump over you. You try to go around him, he's going to still be in your way. That I need a dominant big man like that, an athletic, dominant big man down low. On the baseball side, I like Chuck's idea. I really do. That would be my second choice. But in baseball, the one thing you can never have enough of is starting pitching. And if I can get either a Friday or a Saturday night guy to replace your 2 that you've got and let everybody kind of shift around and just absolutely throw zeros for 6 innings every single time he's up, I will take that 10 times out of 10 without hesitation. Baseball season's long, and having a guy that can do that that you add to your roster, it's never a bad thing. For football, LT is who I would want.
Not LaDainian Tomlinson.
Not LaDainian Tomlinson, no. Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah.
Give me a guy that affects the entire offense just by physically being on the defensive side. When every offensive player goes, he's right there. That's the guy that we've got to watch out for because he by himself will end this game. That's who I want.
All right, I'll start with football, and I'm right with Jeff. I just want an edge rusher that teams have to be afraid of, game plan for, that can change the game for you by, they just picked up 7 on first down, but all of a sudden it's 3rd and 10 because he just sacked your quarterback, and now he gets to pin his ears back and go after him. I mean, that guy. I mean, I want that Javon Curse coming off the edge, just freak of, athletic ability. Just, I want him. Okay. For men's basketball, I just wanted an enforcer, intimidator 4, guy that blocks shots, that's physical, that's rebounds, that just, controls the lane. I like pairing him with Warren Washington because I like Washington's athleticism and all that kind of stuff. But if you had some big bad dude in there, big muscle-bound, barrel-chested guy that you drive the lane and you're afraid you're going to get put on your backside and ball comes off the rim and it's like nobody's getting through that guy. That's who I want. Doesn't need the ball in his hands a whole bunch. Doesn't need you to run plays for him. Just be physical as a 4. Yeah, I don't need him to step out on the wing and shoot threes either. I don't need that. That's a waste of time. He says I belong down here in where the real battle is. Okay, and for the baseball team, I want a about 6'7" lanky lefty starter. Because you start 3 right-handers. Okay. And if you have an ace, I want this guy to be an ace. Okay, because I can pick, right? I don't want him to be like 3rd in your rotation. I want him to be your ace. I mean, if you pick an ace, that means everybody slides down a spot. So you just got better at every spot in your pitching rotation. And your bullpen, whatever. Everybody just got better because you put him right at the top on a Friday night ace that just comes out and throws from funky arm angles.
I was just getting ready to ask you about, does that give you the opportunity to talk about arm angles?
Yeah, I mean, just
side, under, over.
Chris Sale kind of looking dude.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I want.
You guys are getting awful greedy on the size and of your
Well, I got
team.
to pick, right?
I know, but I mean, you got all these guys. You got 7-footers over there.
We don't.
Almost.
I probably do on the defensive end.
Oh, 7-footer?
Well, I mean, I wanted
skinny.
I wanted Tariq Owens. I mean, that's a basketball.
That tall.
Do you think if you measured?
Give me about 6'5", 6'6" defensive end.
Do you think if you measured the Huffling kid, isn't his name?
Max.
Do
6'9".
you think if you measured him with his spikes, like if he had good enough spikes that he'd get to 7?
Maybe if he was wearing those spikes that you aerate your lawn with.
It's only.
He's tall, man. He's up there.
I'm guessing
he's up there and he's out there too.
I'm guessing he's taller.
I'm a
than
huge
6'9".
fan. Yeah, I think he's quickly become one of my favorites.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And he's a lefty too. Lanky lefty. I love that.
The Morning Drive podcast from Double T 97.3 is presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
Moving to the country, I'm gonna eat a lot of peaches. I'm moving to the country, I'm gonna eat me a lot of peaches.
Getting your sports day started the right way. The Morning Drive on Double T 97.3 and Double T 97.3.com.
That start of that song had a little HR Puffin stuff sound to it. A little bit. Maybe? Kind of?
Oh, I don't know what that is.
HR Puffin stuff. So it was a cartoon.
I think you've changed the do-do-dos.
Do you?
Yeah. It always used to be do-do-do-do.
Yeah.
And now you've gone to what was that one? HR Puffin stuff.
HR Puffin stuff. Yeah, maybe
it's different. I don't know.
It's a little different. Hey, good morning, Jamie Lent and Jeff McGuire. I'm Chuck Heinz. Great to have you with us this morning.
Let's just listen to the beginning of that and see if that works. Hang on. He could be right.
Moving to the country, I'm gonna eat a lot of peaches.
Do you have a HR Puffin stuff?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Okay.
That's not in our normal repertoire.
You can search that.
Bottom of your foot.
Right. We come to you this morning from the First United Bank studio. It is a Baseball Basketball Friday presented by Abundance Energy. With Jamie Lent, Jeff McGuire, I'm Chuck Heinz. We'll have baseball for you on this afternoon. It's the home opener for the Texas Tech baseball team. They take on Texas Southern. 1:30 broadcast time, 2 o'clock first pitch from Danlaw Field at Rip Griffin Park. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day for baseball. So you may want to get out there and have a little, have a hot dog. Haven't said that yet. Have a hot dog and a cold beer. Or Coca-Cola or whatever fits your fancy. Or
you can even have an HR Puffin Stuff.
You could?
HR Puffin
See?
Stuff. Who's your friend when things get rough? HR
Who's your friend when things get rough?
You get tough.
Tough.
Yeah, that sounded... Is it, no?
No, I'm not buying that.
And so what was HR Puffin Stuff? Was he like a superhero or?
Yeah, he was a...
Was he a mouse? Was he?
No, he wasn't a mouse.
Was he a man?
Think
I think he was
Captain Kangaroo.
I think he was a
like puppet. Like a guy with a mascot would be a way to describe what he looks like.
Yeah, he was
giant foam type head thing and
HR Puffin Stuff. He was a mayor and other residents of Living Island to try to help young Jimmy, shipwrecked and led to their island, escape the evil clutches of Witchy Poo, a zany witch who wants to steal Jimmy's talking flute for her collection of magical objects.
Jamie, the way I would describe the way this show looks, nightmare fuel.
HR Puffin Stuff.
If you're looking for a nightmare, this would be a great thing to watch just a few images of, and that will fuel your nightmares for quite some time.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I read the strangest Marvel book to Boy Wonder last night.
Was it Doctor Strange?
Yeah. Yeah, it was, but it was
Imagine that Doctor Strange is a strange Marvel book.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I mean it was talking about the dreams and like nightmares, and I'm like
multiverse.
I was like, gee, many Christmas. It was one of the golden books. I was just looking for a little. We couldn't find on his bookshelf Dragons Love Farts, and there wasn't any. I think all the Curious George books are at our house, and so he picks this other book, and it's just like I couldn't even read all the words. It's like, and the 4-year-old's supposed to understand this. It's like, man, it seems awful dark for right before bedtime, but it worked, I guess. I don't know if he went down.
To sleep?
He went down, yeah.
Didn't have any nightmares?
I don't know. Haven't gotten any reports today of nightmares. So this from the Yates Flooring Center chat line. Puffin Stuff had a big round head and looked like some weird dinosaur. He was yellow, yeah. That deal sounds like it would be awesome to watch on LSD. That from Big Huey. Wow. That went dark awful quick.
That's large, soft donuts, for those of you wondering what that stands for.
Okay. I would think Chuck is an HR nightmare. Not too much.
No, Chuck is completely harmless in the HR department because he doesn't know what he said. Oh, okay. It's when he says some of the things he says when you know what they are that that's when the HR problem happens. Yeah. But if you're honestly just saying something that you think is right and then have no intent behind it, that you just get a Chuck, that's not what that means, as opposed to Chuck, we need to have a conversation.
Hey, Jamie, any changes or updates to Rip Griffin Park this year? You want to talk about the scoreboard just a little bit?
There's a new scoreboard.
Okay.
And it's larger. Mm-hmm. And so it's a video board, too. So we'll all find out together what fun things they're going to be able to do with the video board.
Okay.
All I can tell you about is it's larger.
They still have the pitch clock there in center field because I think people really enjoy that.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I think you guys enjoy it too. When I'm listening to the broadcast, I'll hear a wow. That was a 96 mile. Well, not maybe a wow, but.
Okay, you're talking about the radar gun.
The radar gun. I'm sorry, I didn't mean the pitch clock.
They enjoy watching a clock tick down. Woohoo!
I'm sorry, I misspoke there.
Even notice. Yeah.
24, 23, 22.
The radar gun, but it's.
Yeah, no, that's something you like to. I mean, you, especially when the guy throws a fastball, you like to know how hard he's throwing.
Yeah,
sure.
D-Rock says this. That's why you listen to the show, D-Rock. Never in my life did I think I'd hear Peaches by...
Presidents of the United States. That's the band name, the Presidents of the United States.
of America and to the republic for which it stands. Compared to HR Puffin stuff, good grief.
This is why you listen, definitely.
It's why you tune in.
Yeah, I don't know of any other changes, to be honest with you.
Okay. No.
Is this still 90 feet to first base?
Okay.
Just asking.
Yeah, no. They
could have changed.
Sometimes they add little idiosyncrasies to things, or they have, different. Does the okay, this is a really stupid question, but I mean, this is what does the building of the new, area down there, does that change the wind at all? Or it's probably not tall enough to affect anything blowing across left field or the outfield, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Okay.
Same size or same height, I should say, as the former clubhouse. So,
yeah. What's in the former clubhouse?
Well, a lot of it got tied in together.
Tied in together. Okay. Yeah. I just haven't been through that facility yet. All right, we're going to give away some tickets. We'll do that next here this morning on the morning drive to see the ball game today. So if you can use them, if you need an excuse to get out of work today, maybe you can take a customer, and that way it's all good. Or maybe you're the customer and you have somebody you want to take, and to your favorite salesperson. Hey, let's go to the ball game today. Because generally speaking, around here, the way it works is if you have a customer that wants to go to a ball game, you go to the ball game and enjoy and just develop relationships and have good conversation and hot dogs and popcorn and cold beers.
This has been the Morning Drive Podcast, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction. Check out our library of Double T 97.3 podcasts at doublet97.3.com.